abdo dips. Hey everybody, this is Helen from CFRE here with Sophie, another CFRE member, and we are at the Mount Baker Boathouse, and we're going to give you guys a few tips on how to make sure that you are using proper technique when you are doing your rowing workouts on the ergs. So Sophie's going to start us off with a couple strokes showing as close to perfect technique as she can. Alright, so this position up here is called the catch. A couple key things to note about what Sophie's doing here. Her arms are nice and extended, but her shoulders are relaxed, which means that she'll be able to use her lats once she starts going on the drive. Additionally, her back is tall, it's supported, you don't see a lot of curvature in her spine. If she were to sink down further into her tailbone and curve her spine, she'd end up using a lot more of the muscles towards her neck, as well as putting way too much load on her lower back. So she's going to stay nice and tall. Her shins are basically at perpendicular, right, even with the ground. If you were to over-compress and come up over your toes, it's like going up onto your toes or going too deep into a squat. You can put way too much pressure on your knees. So you just want to go to that point where your shins are perpendicular. And what this is going to allow Sophie to do is utilize the muscles in her hips as well as the lats of her back to take the majority of the load as she drives. And as she drives, she's going to start that movement with her legs, and then her body will add in the swing, and the very last thing to happen will be the arms coming in. And the more you do this, the more accustomed your body will get to that sequence, and the more fluidly you'll be able to move through it. So go ahead and give us one stroke and pause at the release. Legs, body, arms. Once she's gone through the drive, she's back at the position that we call the release. Note, her back is still nice and tall and supported. Her shoulders are still relaxed. She's engaging her core, so again, she's not going to get into that slump position where she's down into her tailbone, keeping the load out of the lower back into the muscles that are going to be able to handle it stroke after stroke. Additionally, forearms nice and parallel with the ground, keeping the load in the lats. From this position, she's going to be going up what we call the recovery. That is so called because you do actually get to recover a little bit. You work hard on the drive, and then you get a little extra time to catch your breath before you take another stroke. From this position, keeping your core engaged, Sophie's going to let her arms come all the way out straight. Again, staying nice and horizontal. She'll then hinge from her hips and pivot forward. The key part here is that to get this forward body angle, she didn't do it by curling her spine and reaching. If she had, again, you'd be putting the weight in the wrong places of the body. She's still nice and tall. From here, it's going to be very easy to just bend her knees and let her body approach the catch, arriving back at the position from which she'll be taking the drive. So again, from the catch, going through the drive, tall back, long arms, putting the weight into the legs, taking the stroke back to the release, going legs, body, arms. From the release, coming out arms, body, legs. All right, Sophie, go ahead and give us 5 nice strokes showing that sequence and position. So, some common mistakes that we often see a lot at the box. Again, that idea of back position being slumped. Sophie's going to show us some bad strokes here. She's going to be slumped down. You're going to see her moving a lot more than she needs to, and the bigger muscles in her legs and back are not going to be able to take the load. So Sophie, go ahead and show us the worst of CrossFit rowing. Show knees coming up way too early. Yeah, nice and awkward. Never want your knees to have to be in the way of your handle. So if you see anybody doing this, tell them to stop, because they're going to hurt themselves. And then Sophie's going to end with 3 more high-quality strokes. Nice and tall, supported, let her arms get out in front of her knees. Alright, so thanks for watching. If you have any questions, feel free to ask, find one of the coaches, and have a good workout.